Hey guys, it's CSGOMercy and today we are back in CSGO. We are going to be doing a $200 budget inventory including a knife. But if you haven't seen it already, I also did a $50 budget video, so today is going to be $200 red inventory including a knife. This is obviously my own opinion of what would work best. Obviously you can switch some items out such as the M4 and the A1S. So it's just over $200 including both of them if you like to alternate. For our first item we have the USP check engine. This is in factory new. It's currently $2.86. All these prices are from Bitskins. But as you can see, this is a very nice red skin. Obviously it's got a few scratches. Now but if you are a P2000 user, I have the Imperial here. This is currently in factory new and it is 40 cents. I think it looks very nice, it's very clean as well. Obviously you've got a few scrapes on some of these. Up next we have the P250 Muertos. I think that's how you pronounce it, but this is obviously a very red skin. It's also got a sticker on it. You could do some very nice sticker combos with this. This is field tested and it's $2.83. For the 5.7 we have the Urban Hazard. This is factory new and it is currently 57 cents. It's a very nice and very clean skin. I can't really see any scratches on this apart from at the front right here. For the Julies we have the Panther. This is in factory new and it is currently $1.19. There isn't too many red skins for this, but it does have a fair bit of red on and would probably look quite good with some stickers on them. For the Desert Eagle we have the Crimson Web in field tested. This is $4.64. As you can see, it is a bit beaten up. It is very hard to get a very clean Deagle skin for the Crimson Web. And for the R8 Crimson Web as well. This is currently 18 cents though. Not many people do use the R8, but you have a nice little web here as well. And again, there are some scratches, but it's 18 cents, so you can't really complain. If you don't use the Tech 9 or the 5.7, there's the CZ Red Aster. This is field tested and it's 37 cents. And of course, we have to go with the Candy Apple for the Glock. It's literally just a red skin. It's currently 75 cents on Bitskins in factory new condition. And for the Tech 9, we have the Isaac field tested. This is currently $1.14. Again, this has got a bit of red on it. Would probably look better with some stickers, but it's pretty cheap skin. So that is everything for the pistols. We're going to move on to the SMGs now. Starting it off with the MP9 Ruby Poison Dart. This is currently $1. As you can tell, it's got a few scratches on it. It's a fairly reddish skin. Obviously, there's the hot rod, but this is a budget video. This is in minimal wear condition. Up next, we have the PP Bison Candy Apple. This is in minimal wear and it is currently 15 cents. For the MP5, we've got the Lab Rats. There's different patterns for this one, so I tried to pick one with a red in a certain area. You can get a red rat on here, you can have a red barrel. And it's literally 12 cents. You can't really go wrong with it. It's got quite a lot of detail in it. For the UMP, we have the Moonrise. Obviously, you can pick other things, but I don't think it's used as much, and I try to make the better items like the AWP and AK higher. So this is currently 33 cents in field tested. It's not really a red skin, it's more of a pinky purple, but this is probably what would fit best. For the P90, we have the Shallow Grave in field tested. This is $1.65. Again, it's got quite a lot of red on it, reddy pink that is. Obviously, you can get other red skins. I think it's the Cold Blood or something like that, which is just pure red. But for a budget, this is perfect. And for the last item in the SMGs, we have the Candy Apple for the Mark 10. This is in field tested condition, which looks pretty good. There's only minimal scratches for field tested. It's currently 12 cents. Moving on to the rifles, we have the famous Roll Cage. This is a very nice red skin, fairly cheap as well. It's $3.01. This is for Battle Scarred, but I genuinely think it looks amazing in Battle Scarred. There's very minimal scratches. Pretty sure it just darkens the skin a bit more. Moving on to the M4A4, we have the Tooth Fairy. This isn't a really super red skin, but it's one of the newer skins. Obviously, you can go with the Hellfire and stuff like this, but it's in field tested conditions, currently $6.53. And if you prefer the A1S, we have the Cyrex. This is currently in field tested condition, which is $6.30, so a little bit cheaper than the Tooth Fairy, but again, it's a very nice red skin. Moving on to the AUG, we have the Side Mead, I believe that's how it's pronounced. This is in field tested condition and it's $1.66. It's very nice and I like the kind of robotic look of it. For the SSG, we have the Dragonfire. Obviously, this has got a bit of blue and red, but this is an overall amazing skin. I use this skin, it's personally my favorite. It's currently field tested and it is $10.68. It's a bit more on the hefty side, but it looks amazing and I love the detail in this gun. Moving on to the AWP, we have the Wildfire. This is personally my favorite red skin for the AWP. This is why I've put this in the collection, and the other ones are fairly lower for items that I personally don't use as much. It's in field tested condition and it's $38. And if you wanted to get this in battle scarred, it's like the Hyper Beast. It will remove most of the red around the item here, which is like the dragon, eagle thing. Same with the Hyper Beast, it will just keep the type of pattern around here, which can also look very cool, and it can even help out your budget more, which is one way you could improve it. But this is personally one of my favorite skins. Moving on to Scar 20, we have the Bloodsport. This is field tested at $1.78. This is just an overall very nice skin. Obviously you have some scratches around it because it's in field tested, but again, it's a very cheap skin. And for the Galil, we have the Signal. This is 37 cents in field tested condition. I think it just looks amazing and would fit this inventory very well. For the AK-47, we have the Red Laminate. This is in field tested. It is currently $15 at 32 cents. Obviously, you could put some very nice red stickers. I usually would pick them all to be the same along here just to kind of make it look a bit better. But again, you could obviously go for the red line, but I personally prefer this one over the red line because it's got more red on it. For the SG553, we have the Cyrex. This is in field tested and it is currently $3.53. It's not a super red one, but it does obviously have a lot of red on it. And moving on to the G3, we have the Executioner. This is a very red skin for around the back. The front isn't as red, but this is field tested and it's $1.60. But obviously it's going to be a bit scratched because it's in field tested condition. Now we're going to be moving on to the heavies because we finished with the rifles. So for the Nova, we have the Candy Apple in minimal wear. This is currently 8 cents. Again, it's a very cheap skin. You're going to expect some scratches on it because it's not in factory new, and even in factory new you will still expect a few scratches. For the XM, we have the Heaven Guard. This is in minimal wear condition at $2.04. It's not a super red skin. You could go for the Tranquility if you didn't want to get one of the M4s. It's a bit more of a pink skin, but for a budget this is a perfect skin. For the Mag 7, we have the Core Breach in minimal wear at $1.51. It isn't a super red skin, more of an orange, but it would fit this inventory fairly well. Again, there's some scratches around the front, but that's due to be expected. And for the M249, we have the System Lock. This is currently in Battle Scarred at 13 cents. It doesn't look awful for Battle Scarred. Obviously, you could buy a higher one if you wanted to, but again, it's not a gun that gets used very often. This is why it's that cheap. And for the Negev, we have the Lionfish in field tested at 41 cents. This is more of an orangey skin, but it would still look very good with this inventory that I've set up. And finally, we have the Sword Off Full Stop in field tested condition at 43 cents. It's kind of like a darky red. You can get different patterns on here as well. And obviously, if you get it in factory new, it would look a little bit better. You wouldn't see all these scrapes. Now, as you can tell, this was actually under $100. That is because we have the knife. And for the knife, we have the Navaja Slaughter minimal wear at $122.77. This looks incredibly clean. There's barely any scratches on it. You've got a few little ones here. But again, this is minimal wear. It's not factory new. Float on it is all right. I have seen a lot better, but it's very clean for the float that it is. Overall, this would cost $202.67 for the entire inventory that I've just listed. That's including all the alternate items such as the M4 and the A1S. So it would just be under $200 overall. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what you would change and what you liked about this. And if you want to see another one of these and at what price range do you want to see it at. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.